We have got one more poem for you and one more song for you. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Go buy some raffle tickets during intermission. And David and I both have CDs back there on the table. Let's finish it out.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
It was just a little graveyard on the rolling foothill plains. I was bleached by sun and summer, swept by winter snows and rains. There's a bunch of little settlers gathered on an autumn day round a homemade lumber coffin, their last respects to pay. Weary men that wrung their living on that hard and arid land, and beside them stood their women, faded wives with toil-worn hands. But among us stood one figure. He was wiry, straight and trim. Every one among us knew him. 'Twas the Bronco Twister Jim. Just a bunch of hardened muscle tempered with a savage grit. He had the reputation of a man that never quit. He helped to build that coffin, and he helped to dig the grave, and his instincts seemed to teach him how he really should behave. That was all we had for service. The old wife sobbing there, for her husband of a lifetime was laid away without a prayer. She looked at that Bronco Twister and she walked right up to him. She put one trembling arm around him and said, "Pray, please won't you, Jim?" You could see his figure straighten and a look of quick surprise flashed across his swarthy features and his hard daredevil eyes. He could handle any bronco. He never dodged a fight. 'Twas the first time anybody ever saw his face turn white. But he took the old sombrero off his rough and shaggy head, and how I wish I could remember what that bronco peeler said. He looked over toward the mountains where the drifting shadows played, and silence must have reigned in heaven. They heard the way Jim prayed. When the prayer last was over and the grave had all been filled, on a half-unbroken pony he rode off toward the hills. Yes, we stood there in amazement as he watched him ride away, for no words could ever thank him. There was nothing we could say. Since we gathered in that graveyard, it's been nearly 50 years, their joys and with their sorrows, their hopes and with their fears. But I hope when I've finished and they lay me with the dead, some cowboy says a prayer above me, like that Bronco Twister said.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
Thank you all so much.